Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be discussing two major restocks that are on the way. We're actually seeing a lot more stock growing on up. We'll probably have a drop actually probably throughout this week too as well. So we'll definitely be on it, but it's looking very, very likely in terms of all the stock we're seeing, how much restock news we're seeing, as well as all the individual stores and big stocks that we're seeing as well. We also have some more Amazon news as well. We have a lot of stuff to kind of go and cover when it comes to all the next major restock locations for us to be on the lookout for. I usually do a nice little series of like the how to go buy a PS5 series up on Monday, so we'll have a lot more of the in-depth video slash rumors on that video itself. But I also want to go do a quick touch on too as well that so many of you guys checked out my earlier video today, which is kind of like the story on like the Amazon stuff, etc. If you guys did go and see that video, thank you guys all so much. I'll have that maybe linked down below in the comments too if you guys want to check it out after this video is all done as well. But I just want to say I always appreciate all of you guys that subscribe, like the videos, hang out and watch the videos, etc. Like it really is meaningful and I love you guys, so thank you guys all so much, and I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. If any of you guys are brand new, if you guys would like to go and be subscribed, especially for the PS5 giveaway, pop on the notifications for the channel itself, whether you guys are trying to get Sony news, restock news, or just overall game news in general. We got you guys, and also just for the giveaway itself. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream, a link down below if you guys want to follow. We have the Amazon links, especially because we know Amazon's overdue. We're gonna cover on that. We'll probably do that later on the video. We'll do the other stuff first as well, because we kind of covered up a lot of that stuff as well. So it's linked down below, and I've also the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money and Coinbase. If you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Let's go dive into the video. So as I mentioned for this video, we have two major restocks that are probably gonna be looking pretty much like 90% confirmed, maybe give or take a few days or so depending on when this week actually drops. And that's gonna be up on the Target drop as well as also the Amazon. So as I mentioned, we're gonna probably touch on Target first because we are seeing massive amounts of stock. Like, trust me on this one. I've been doing these restocks for a while. These are probably some of the biggest and most widespread PlayStation drops I've seen so far when it does come to Target in general. We had a lot of people in the community go and check stock, check their store stock, etc. We saw quite a few tweets too as well. And I'm going to show you guys a lot of the in-store availability for everything. So in case for a really quick recap, in case you guys didn't see the news just throughout the week, because we do upload a lot of videos just in general, we did have a little bit of new rumors slash leaks slash somewhat of confirms of some Target walk-ins. Now I keep on saying on these videos they're probably a lot less likely, so we can kind of be on the lookout. We can kind of go and see when it comes to all that stuff, but I think more so just whenever a drop happens, if there's leftover consoles, they basically go and sell those. That's kind of like just up in the air. We're kind of watching that slash seeing if we get more information. But on the second hand, we've actually seen some employee stuff. We saw that up on yesterday's video if you guys saw that. If not, basically we had Jake go and confirm that there was like a 28th employee mention going on as well. With that, to kind of go and chime on through with additional news, if you guys saw my video yesterday, I said I want to go reach out to some employees and go and see if they get any more information in terms of stock or when stock shows on up or any of that stuff. We did have one of our consistent employee leaks also confirm that there is going to be stock showing up this week in terms of at least what their other coworker has said. They don't have the exact date yet, but we'll probably maybe get that when they go into work, probably more so tomorrow or on Tuesday. So I'll probably give you guys more deets, but they were just kind of texting some people. A lot of them like to go talk about the consoles and all that stuff. So we do have at least somewhat of also vouch mixed on in. We could probably get more proper information throughout the next few days. That date was the 25th. Now I want to go and kind of reiterate on that as well. That's not the 100% confirmed date. That's just more so when stock is showing on up. There could be more stock that shows up earlier. There can be more stock that shows up later. We're kind of slowly waiting for more employees to go and see when the internals go and showcase up more actual information. So, like, you know, if you work at the store, you can actually check the local inventory for your Target. You guys can do too, as well. We'll kind of go and cover that in a second. But basically, they can kind of go and see when stuff is showing on up, which is why Target's probably one of the better places for all of us restock people to be on the lookout for, because it basically goes and lets us kind of go and see in the general range nationwide of which locations have stock, which areas might have stock. And usually Target does do a regional drop too as well. So basically they'll have a nationwide, so every pretty much place gets some stock. It may not be as big as some other places, but they at least get some stock. And then also they usually have a big regional area mixed on into as well. So let's go and say they have like the Midwest for like 2 weeks, and the next week is like East Coast, then before, etc., etc. So kind of like rotates a little bit. So we've been seeing very big stock when it comes to Target, and it's looking very likely throughout this week. As I mentioned, we'll have a lot more news throughout this week in general as we kind of reach out from Target employees, etc. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a double reiteration too on that before we dive into Amazon news. We've been seeing so many of these. I got some of these from my tweets, some of them from Cheeto, etc. But we've seen So many big stocks, so many big restocks over here. Like here's a 24 on hand, 14 in back, which is literally huge. That is insane. We also saw some other ones too over here from Gator NCSC over here, which made up a nice little tweet. Thank you for even watching the videos if you do, where they actually had this up over here too in general. Had a 16 on hand, 16 in back. We also had a 5 digital on hand and 5 in back. Very nice, very cool stuff to go and see. If you guys are usually new to the videos, we've actually had a lot of new subs in these past few days, but the digital PS5 is typically always a lot lower in stock, especially for every restock, but more so especially for Target. So seeing something like 5 digital consoles on hand is actually really good. Like if you guys are trying to get a console, it's actually pretty good stock. It's just really hard to get them. Sony doesn't make as many. And you can kind of compare that to say like the disc over here. What's up, our boy Omar over here, who's been super on top of this. Omar, I've been seeing you flown around a lot. You are the best. This is up in the Bronx Riverdale Target. And he's actually been checking all throughout the past few weeks. I've been seeing him send me some messages over here. So here's the ones from a few days ago. We actually show this up on a video. If you guys remember up on here, we have the 25 on hand, 59 in back, 4 digital consoles, and then a few Xboxes as well. So like nothing super crazy, but that was the previous one. So now here's the new one on over here that he actually updated. So thank you for checking. I said I was going to say this. If you guys want to go and check your local Target stock, I would always love if you guys send me a tweet, send me a Twitter DM. I see pretty much all of them. But as well, if you just want to know for your own local stock and how much stock they're going to have, if it's worth staying up or waking up early in the morning to go get stock, etc. But if you guys just go and Google PS5 Target barcode or PS5 Target digital barcode, Xbox Series X Target barcode, the barcode should show on up, and you basically just go and pull up your phone, scan the screen, and you guys get this information that we're showing up on this stuff. If you guys want to go and send me a tweet, you guys can. Maybe you guys are bored getting groceries, have to pick up towels, whatever you guys have to do, it makes sense. You guys want to check it out. But here's some really big 59, which is huge stock. The digital, funny enough, went down to 0.0, which is intriguing, and so did the Xbox, kind of moved around too as well. So we're kind of seeing at least some movement, even though it's kind of flopping around. Here's one over here from Cheeto, from saying over here in the greater Tampa Bay, I almost said Target Bay, Tampa Bay area. So we're seeing more up in the also Florida too as well. Very big stock. And I keep saying this is probably one of the biggest restocks we've seen so far in terms of Target. Like it's genuinely looking very, very big. And of course, also some other ones too as well. Here's another one up in Brooklyn, New York, just in case you guys are ever curious. If you guys ever send me tweets on these, definitely go and include me in them in the first place. But we have another one that's 25 plus on hand, 43 in back. As I keep on mentioning, these are huge. Here's a 14 on hand, 24 on hand, 14 in back. It's like some of these things are massive. Some of the biggest stocks we've actually seen. We've also, I think, seen Hawaii stock too as well. Like that kind of just reminds me of the good old Jamazu days where Jamazu was trying to hook up everyone. Then they had like 90 consoles up at their local Target. Very insane. So at least for all the Target news, we're going to keep you guys up to date up on that the best we can. But we're seeing lots of stock, lots of movement, lots of everything. Now, I also did mention I want to go touch on the Amazon drop too as well. I wanted to more so do this on the secondary part of the video. We'll play it more in depth maybe tomorrow too as well if we get more information. But as of right now, the Amazon drop is still in that awkward limbo state. As you guys have seen on all the previous videos, we know stock is showing on up. We know my local source also has stock that is shown on up, but it's still only been the disc consoles. Even as of now, there's only been the disc consoles, no digitals. I do want to go give a quick little update though too as well for new news up on the Amazon drop is that the one contact we have up in California, they actually went and stated earlier on today that they actually did have some disc consoles, PlayStation 5 disc consoles. Not a lot, though. Kind of similar how in our initial wave for the Midwest drop happened, where we had like a few like one day and then had a little bit more the next day. But right now we're kind of still in the limbo for the Midwest. But for our source up in California, they did get a few pallets of consoles showing on up. But even for their region, there is still no digitals. And if you guys missed on the previous videos, we did actually go and see a few videos out there too as well that did have a few of both. So both normal disc consoles as well as normal digital consoles as well. So we have both of those kind of showed up in a few different other things. And we're slowly kind of getting a lot more of the Amazon warehouse workers showing on up and kind of giving us some information too as well. The other previous stuff was more so from the internal. We've touched on this a few times just in general, but we basically had like more so internal information, which had the March 18th date, which they did have the stock. They had the stock over here, the 46,000 stock in general. So we've been seeing this, we've been referencing this and using this as a good rough example for how much stock might be available. But now we have to more so rely, I think, on the internals of people physically seeing like the pallets of the PlayStation 5 consoles showing on up. But as of right now, it really, at least the consistent thing we keep on seeing from pretty much everywhere is that there's basically no digital still, and I'm not sure if that's the major reason why it's still been holding up the stock, because you'd imagine this actual restock would happen like a lot faster. I mean, like, I always mention the Amazon links down below in the thing, but like, I want you guys to get the consoles. I don't want to go just have you guys keep on clicking the link and just be like, oh cool, that's a link. No, I want you guys to get the actual consoles. I want you guys to get the actual drop to happen. So this what kind of stinks, because I think overall for pretty much everywhere up on Amazon, we are still waiting for the actual digital consoles to show on up. So it stinks, but at least we are seeing movement. We are seeing consoles. We do know consoles are showing on up and disc consoles are there. And just because the digitals are not showing up yet does not mean that it might not even drop tonight or tomorrow or Tuesday or whatever. So just keep on being on the lookout for all of that when it comes to the drop and drop in general. I think the Amazon drop is looking very, very big. We even saw like a 50,000 consoles. And also the Target drop is looking very, very big as well. Both of these drops I think will lead up to a lot of chances for pretty much all of us to get consoles, etc. Though it kind of does stink a little bit because I do think Amazon is kind of very bot prone and scalper prone. We kind of touched on that in the earlier video, which by the way, if you guys still made it this far, go check out that video afterwards. I thought it was a very, at least to me, I might be biased, it's my video, but I thought it was a very nice video. But as I mentioned, like Amazon's usually pretty bot and scalper friendly, which makes things a little bit harder. So us actually having the specific date was very, very nice because it kind of helps prevent against that. But so now it's kind of still up in the air. So keep on checking throughout the next few days. It might even be a nice outcome where maybe they're actually building up with even more stock. Like maybe throughout this drop, as we have the 46,000 consoles, maybe it'll be even bigger as well. Maybe they'll have like another actual like cargo arrival with even more consoles. Then that would be very, very nice news if that does happen. So keep on checking throughout the next few days. If we get many more updates, I'll let you guys know. But we're still waiting specifically more for those digital consoles for Amazon, which, as I mentioned, kind of makes me a little bit sad because I want you guys to get the drop. I don't want to keep on making update videos on it unless there's something confirmed that can give you guys good stuff up. That's why we're kind of also showcasing up the Target drop as well, because at least that one's looking very, very big and very likely in terms of how much stock is available, how many consoles are showing on up. And it's also kind of nice for us to check either from employees, employee leaks, employee actual arrivals for cargo, and also from your own local stores. So as I mentioned throughout this video, if you guys want to check your local stores, send me a tweet, send me a DM. Would absolutely love to go and see it. When it comes to Amazon news, if any of you guys are Amazon workers or do work at Amazon, let me know. Would love to see any more information I can go get from you guys to kind of learn and see any of that good stuff going on as well. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you guys all for watching our previous video. I'll link it down below if you guys want to watch it. If you guys are new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, especially for the PS5 giveaway going on up on the channel. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts, of course, as always. I hope you guys get a console this week. We'll have a lot more news and updates all throughout this week too as well. So especially be on the lookout for Monday. We have some walk-in rumors too as well for Myers. If you guys made it this far throughout the video, be on the lookout for that. We'll probably give you guys some more updates too as well. And of course, also just thank you guys all for existing. You guys are all lovely. You guys are all fantastic. Sign up for Weeble, link down below. Deposit $100, you guys get free stock. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go get free Bitcoin. And thank you guys so much for watching, following up to Twitter and the Twitch. And thank you guys all for watching. Love you guys all so much. Have a good rest of your nights, good rest of your Sundays. We'll come back tomorrow for some more good videos. Love you guys all, and I'll see you guys up later on.